Hello. You're probably going to hear some background cartoons in this episode because Scarlett's right here, front and center with me. Yeah,
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm a self-love coach, self-care
Yes, baby.
connoisseur, and supplement enthusiast.
Today,
This
it's
podcast
gonna
is
be a
all
little
about
bit
taking your power back in your
same
own life
theme of
by creating a
self-love,
killer
self-care.
self-care routine and discovering a love for all parts
We're
of
going to be
you.
talking about
Mind,
witchy
body,
shit today.
and soul.
I
Being a mom is fucking
am so
hard,
fucking
and that's not even including the mental roller coaster you go
I've
on to
had
discover
this
who you
idea
are as a person again.
for
I'm here to
almost
help
a
you
week now,
regain
not
your
even a week.
confidence
I
and
had
stop
this
putting
idea
yourself
over the
on the
weekend.
back
I was
burner.
like, this would be perfect because Halloween, and then Halloween came around and I was like, oh shit, like I did not even get to recording this, but it's the first of the month, so I'm doing it today. I'm putting it out today. I'm doing all the things today because a lot of this stuff you could do today because it's the beginning of the month. Also, sorry if I'm talking or will be talking hella fast. I'm doing some pre-workout and I haven't done that in a long time. I get really like sleepy around a certain time if I don't take my Thrive capsules because I haven't been taking them as much. I've been doing like this detox thing on them. So I'm a little tired, so I needed some pre-workout to like give me that extra boost for getting some shit done, getting my workout in, all the things that I gotta do today to be the best version of myself. Because if I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to tell you, hey, this is what like we should be doing to feel our absolute best, you best believe I'm going to be doing it too. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to embody it and do it myself. But when I fucking tell you I'm so fucking excited about this damn episode, I just am so excited. This shit, like, I don't know what it is. I love this shit. Like all the witchy, like vibe type stuff, like the dark, I don't know. I just love it. So that's what we're here to talk about today. And like I said, Halloween, perfect. 1st of November, perfect. New month. This is perfect for setting intentions. So today we're going to talk about some witchy self-love, self-care practices, some that I do, some that I've found online, that other people do, but it's mostly going to be the ones that I do because I feel like these are the easiest to incorporate into a busy schedule, especially as moms, you know, the easiest, the simplest. Sometimes that's the best way, especially if you're just getting started on this routine. And this is all what this fucking podcast is about. So let's get started into that. We're going to talk about those practices as well and just a few little things. So the first one I just want to mention is using different herbs, baths, teas, even smoking if they're safe to smoke. What I like to do, I will take a night after my kiddo has gone to bed, if my husband's home for the night, just for safety precautions, and I will smoke, and I will just meditate. And that is seriously like I get the most downloads, the most insightful visions, and like, not visions, but like, I say visions, but by visions, I mainly mean just like thoughts, like these crazy, like, and a lot of people call them downloads, but just like realizations, I guess that's a better word, realizations about life and how my life is, and it's just crazy. So that's why every so often, once a month or once every couple months, that's what I'll do, is I will, you know, be the most, because doing that makes me the most relaxed, and it seriously just helps me kind of open my mind a little farther and a little deeper. So that's just something that I love to do. Baths is a great way to start incorporating like salts to purify, rose petals. That's like a very, I don't even remember what rose petals means. I'm so new to all of like the herb part of it. We're going to look this bitch up because I'm curious. Like orange slices, dried orange slices. What else? Red petals undoubtedly symbolize passion and love. White is more of a highlight of virtues and one's purity. But basically, I would just do your research based off of some that you have accessible to you, and kind of go from there and see what the meanings are for that. Again, I'm super new to like the herb space. I actually just bought this book not too long ago. It's called Radical Remedies, and it has so many like recipes for oils and tinctures and things for health, and I want to be a herbalist. An herbalist? An herbalist. Anyways, I want to be that bitch that like has all these herbs in her pocket or in her like pantry for medicine, as medicine. I want to be that bitch. Also creating a space for yourself to do all of this. Like having an altar, you can call it whatever you want. You don't have to call it an altar. I've just, like within the last 6 months since I've actually prepared like an altar space for myself, have become okay with saying altar. Because I felt like it was weird or off or just not the term that I never really saw myself as having an altar. And if you did, like that was weird. But I don't, fuck that shit. Like I do, because I have a space. An altar is just a space that you have for journaling, meditating, whatever it is. Keeping your crystals, having this like zen space that you can go to, just a small little table. It can be really anywhere you'd like. Keeping things on there that keep you grounded into who you are and what you're doing and why you're on the spirituality journey or the spiritual journey, into becoming the best version of yourself. So when I tell people, especially certain people, I live in Oklahoma, so you can imagine how that goes. I'm like, yeah, my altar. And they're like, altar? And I'm like, yeah, it's a space where I meditate. It's like a little table. I keep crystals on it. I keep candles on it. Like, it's cute as shit. Like, I love it. And I literally picked up the thing on the side of the road. It was an old entertainment center. And I picked it up off the side of the road because someone gave it away for free. I fixed it up. I put a new knob on it. Or like redid it, whatever, painted it and everything. And it's cute as hell. And so I'm very proud of it. Something that I did, that I transformed, just like I'm transforming myself. Another thing that has to do with an herb, cinnamon. This is one I just started incorporating last month into my routine. First day of the month. I like to do it with my daughter, and we just blow cinnamon into the doorway. And it's such a cute little ritual that you can include your kids on, because it's kind of cool. Like, you just put cinnamon in your hand and you blow, and that means that it's going to help with abundance and bringing in positivity and luck and all that. So that's just something that I like to do with her. It gets her a little involved, and I want to teach her this way of like using the world and these plants and stuff that we have at our fingertips to use to heal and bring in positivity. I also, at the beginning of the month, will sage myself, my home, or I'll use Palo Santo. Today I ended up using Palo Santo. Cleansing the negative energies. I had a raging headache this morning, and so I felt like I had a lot of pressure, built up stress and stuff. So, you know, meditating and then breathing in the Palo Santo and just letting it like fill your home, and then opening up windows to freshen it up. It's November 1st and it's going to be like 75 degrees, and it was colder in the house than it was outside. So I was like, I'm opening up the windows. Making your space just a whole ass vibe, because that is what it's all about. Making it feel good to you. And making the rituals and practices feel good to you too. I also really love journaling and meditating by candlelight or very dim light. So if it is during the day, like my room is the perfect place because there's two really bright windows where the sun comes in, and I have a chair right there by the window. So I can open up that window or like just have it cracked, like the curtains cracked, so that way I can see what I'm writing and also get some like warm sunlight on my skin. Or I can do the candlelight, and it just is like such a good, I don't know, warm, cozy, relaxing vibe. When meditating, you want to be as relaxed as possible to really get those downloads and really just feel your best. You'll love it. And if meditating and journaling isn't your thing, there are a few other things that you can do. Meditating, I highly, highly recommend like sitting with yourself. It's hella hard at first, honestly, 100%. It is hard just to sit and be quiet, shut the fuck up, and like listen to your thoughts, because sometimes our thoughts are super scary. But journaling, if you don't love to like sit there and write stuff down, but you talk to yourself, sitting and making these like audio or voice memo, whatever things into your phone, you can do that, and that seriously will help. Or even just talking it out. You don't have to necessarily do the voice memos, but I like to keep track of it to see where I was at different stages in my life. and to kind of go back and be like, oh my God, look, because sometimes day to day, you don't see the growth day to day. But over years, you're going to see that growth happen, and it's just amazing. You can also use other practices. If you're Reiki, if you've been through a Reiki attunement, you can use Reiki. That's what I do. EFT is an amazing technique. It's just tapping. Seriously is phenomenal. And there are other practices. So for instance, going for walks, like I said, meditating, journaling, sometimes cleaning without any music or anything on can be therapeutic to some people. Organizing for me, that's a big one too. I like to have music when I do mine though. But you just want to have some type of time set aside for yourself to really just, again, shut the fuck up and be quiet with your thoughts and just listen and allow whatever needs to come through to come through. Another little witchy thing is using moon water. I love collecting moon water. Sorry, my allergies are driving me fucking bonkers. Moon water, because it makes me like, I don't know what it is. It's like there's just a different energy about it. It always feels cleaner and cooler. I don't know what it is. But I always like talk to my moon water. So I'm like, wait, thank you. Like, heal me. Like, I imagine this water as it's going down through my body. Imagine it like seriously hydrating me, and compared to like regular water and I feel like it works. It's probably more of it's just an intention thing. Like, all of this is intention. Setting your intentions day to day, month to month, week to week, whatever it is, just having that intention as you're doing these rituals and things, that's where it's going to change your mind and change your life. If you've heard that saying before, everyone fucking has. It's seriously the truth. It's so true, because all of these things we do, I mean, a lot of it, like the EFT and things, are backed by science. There, like Ayurveda is backed by science. Things like that. That's where. I'm so sorry, my dog is whining and he's driving me up a wall. My kid, it's like, I don't know about you, but it's like one minute my kid needs me, the next minute the dogs need me, and I'm like, can someone not need me for like 24 hours, please? Never. It probably won't ever happen, but it's okay. Unless I like move to Mexico or go on a trip out of the country. Out of the state, no, but out of the country, maybe. But do your own research, find the rituals and things that you think might work for you, and even get your kids involved if that's something you want to do as well. Like, these are seriously so like life-changing in a way that you're setting your intention for the day. You know, people talk about how you talk about what you're grateful for at the beginning of the day, and it sets that intention. You're more grateful. You are happier throughout the day. Things like that. It's the same thing with blowing the cinnamon through the doorway. Is it 100% gonna bring me fucking money in my account? Probably not, especially not right that second, but you're setting that intention for your body and your mind to connect into a way of almost mindlessly following that, right? So you're gonna be like, you know what? I did that. Now money is on its way to me, you know? And I'm not saying that it's like manifesting. You're manifesting that into your life by doing that practice and showing up. But again, you still, just like the universe has it set up for us, you know, you still have to show up for yourself each day. You can't just sit on the couch 24/7 and expect to have a job pop up and align with you and align for you. Like, you have to go out and get it, you know? And I mean, that may happen. That kind of did happen for me. But I was still like showing up for my other goals each day. And I was like, dang, like, I really don't want to have to get another job, because I really wanted to just stay home, be with my daughter, and then work on my goals. Like, this was what I wanted to do full time, and then growing this business. But I was also showing up for myself each day. And then I got a phone call from an old friend and was like, hey, I think it was a text actually. Hey, you know anyone that's willing to do this? I was like, me. And I've been doing it for almost a year now. So it's like, it's insane. Like, you just have to listen and get those quote unquote, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, downloads from the universe telling you, giving you this advice and like showing you the way, and follow through with it. And it's easier said than done, because sometimes those decisions are so hard. But you'll know, and you'll know what to do. Just, you have to trust yourself in the process. Another little thing that I forgot to mention. Also, I use salt a lot. Like sea salt. I use more like black salt and pink Himalayan salt. Just because it's like, it was in a raw form. The pink Himalayan salt was in a raw form. So I just crushed it up and I used that for purification. Anything salt. I think even sugar is really good for purification because it's like one of the most raw minerals and the easiest and cheapest way to get it. But black salt is basically just like the like sea salt. I use coarse sea salt. What else did I use? Activated charcoal and incense. Like the incense ashes that I used from my sage, from like my incense sticks, Palo Santo, all of those. Like that's what I used for mine. And it's just from the incense ashes, I'm using that to purify my body, my home, my space. And it's just the intention behind it. So if you're setting your intentions negatively with these things, you're going to get negative results. I know this was a little bit different, but I love talking about this shit. Maybe I should start including that a little more into my podcasts. Let me know if you're into that sort of thing, like the spiritual aspect of things, of life, because your girl is, and I'd love to share if you are. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a review and share with another mama who could use some support. If you'd like to connect with me elsewhere, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. All my social links will be in the show notes. And just remember to love yourself and do something for you every single day.